What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we have a bunch of stuff to talk about. We are going to be discussing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Ethereum Classic now to US dollars. I will be switching back to XLM tomorrow. I just did want to, it was like a commenter's choice, so we are going to be looking at Ethereum Classic, but you know, given that we are tracking XLM, I do want to stick with that for tomorrow's video. Otherwise, we are going to be diving into a couple of other things. As you guys saw in the title, we are going to be discussing this market, why I'm so hyped about the adoption side of cryptocurrency. We are also going to be looking at Litecoin prices pumping potentially because of this adoption wave that we're having, and then we're also going to be looking at a couple of things. We're also going to be checking out, let me just scroll down, crypto friendly Wyoming becomes first US state to give Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin complete property rights if you own that, which is huge. It is huge. A lot of different, more financial institutions and bigger companies, and the government are actually paying very close attention to cryptocurrencies, so I did want to discuss that as well. And then lastly, we're going to be discussing the IRS and the government and how exactly to pay virtual currency. So if any of that sounds interesting to you guys, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So right now, guys, I'm currently on the coin market cap. I'm refreshing the page really quick just so we can get a more of a live update as to what exactly is going on within this market. We can see definitely we're having a lopsided day, another day of, consolidation. We look at the Bitcoin 24-hour market cap. Market cap pretty much 120, what it was yesterday. 24-hour volume, the same thing, and Bitcoin dominance about the same thing. So really not seeing much movement at all, which is interesting. You can see we're pretty much having a flat line day. Either half the coins are up, half of them are down. Ontology taking a very big leap, up 14%. Let's see, XRP still number 3. Litecoin is still number 4. Beautiful. Very close though, neck and neck with EOS. They're both up around the same amount. And for the most part, the market is, pretty much neck and neck. We have 3 out of the 10 coins are in the red, but the coins that are in the green aren't really up by much. You can see Bitcoin, Ethereum only 0.04%. The rest of the coins are up by 3, 4. Nothing really too noticeable. But otherwise, we're going to be jumping into this technical analysis part in a couple of minutes. So stay with. Otherwise, I do want to just jump into the articles now. Before I do that, though, really quickly, guys, if you haven't already, or you're new to the channel, or you haven't signed up yet for the Abra link, it is the second link in the description. Basically, guys, Abra is a huge exchange that I'm now partnered with and affiliated with. They're an awesome company and an awesome exchange that I actually use not only to hold my currencies, but to exchange with. It's super easy, and they're doing a promotion right now for everybody who hasn't already signed up yet or is new. Basically, if you sign up and deposit $5 worth of US dollars from a bank account, they will reward you with $25 of free Bitcoin. It's absolutely awesome. I've already done this, and I've had all my personal friends from college do this, to make a little extra money, a side hustle for them to pay a couple bills, whatever, get some food, but it's also huge for you guys. So I definitely recommend signing up for this app, even if you don't really want the currency. I mean, I don't know who wouldn't want free Bitcoin. It's a great way to start off. Get your friends to do it too, whatever. Links in the description. Sign up, deposit $5 from a US bank account, and you will receive $25 of free Bitcoin. And if you don't want the Bitcoin, all you got to do is sell it back. You turn it back into US dollars, send it to your bank account, and there you go. You got a free dinner, at Chipotle or wherever you guys like. So it's super easy. Definitely recommend checking it out. I've already done this, and thank you to all who have. We have now, I believe, over 50 people now who have taken advantage of this. So definitely click that link before it goes away. Otherwise, moving on to the topics of discussion. So basically, are Litecoin prices pumping because of increasing adoption? So I do want to just jump into this for all the new subbies on the channel. Shout out to you guys who are new to Crypto TV. So time and time again, attention has been on Charlie Lee, the co-founder of Litecoin, who has been criticized and praised in equal measure. He might have sold his stash back in 2017 and issued a warning to potential investors that Litecoin could crash back to $20, which it did. And now some call him the modern-day Nostradamus. Despite its unexpected actions, many got to learn what they were investing in and many similarities between Litecoin and the granddad of them all, Bitcoin. So, discussing, the Lightning Network and Litecoin, we're having a lot of adoption, using not only Litecoin, but, the Lightning Network itself. So Apart from that, the only measure of Litecoin success is adoption levels. Their social media campaign converted a few, but it is organic growth, which is, really impressive. Further complementing CoinGate and LN integration is the fact that Spend app is opening up a door for actual expenditure of Litecoin. So let me know if you guys have actually heard of Spend app. I've actually seen it going around, buzzing on my Twitter feed. My Twitter is also in the description, but basically I saw a lot of people commenting about the Spend app. So it's basically a wallet that's hooked up to your bank account. It's a debit card. They send you the card itself with your name on it, and you can actually deposit, US dollars or whatever into Litecoin, or send Litecoin to the account, and then you can spend the debit card like Bitcoin, or spend the debit card like cash, and it will withdraw it from your Litecoin. So pretty much opening the doors to almost everything now you can purchase with cryptocurrency. Pretty awesome. I know it's similar to what Coinbase used to do with Shift, except Shift was only with Bitcoin, I believe. I actually did get the card. It was a $10 sign-up fee, which is kind of unfortunate, and I did want to try it. I showed you guys it, so I guess it was an investment of the channel, but this does seem cooler, the spend for Litecoin, because a lot of people can hold onto the Litecoin now. Definitely something to check out if you haven't already, but Litecoin is now available on the Spend app. You can buy, sell, and pay with Litecoin with your linked bank account. Spend Litecoin at 40+ million locations with the Spend wallet by instantly converting to fiat with the Spend Visa card. So basically, you keep your Litecoin in there. Let's say you make a charge for $10 at Starbucks. It will take those $10, out, and the Spend app will take an equivalent amount of $10 at the current rate of Litecoin out of your account, and then bam, they kind of pay it for you. So that's huge. As reported by the Ethereum World News, through Spend Visa card, Litecoin users can spend their global fraud-resistant, censorship-resistant, and safe currencies in more than 40 million locations. And then it's not just merchants. Real estate brokers, agents are finding Litecoin irresistible. In the Philippines, the owners of 4 properties now are selling their house and are accepting Litecoin and Bitcoin as settlement. That was also pretty popular that I saw this morning in its news, actually at school. And then, obviously we've talked about it. I did make an episode on this prior, if you haven't already, but the Oklahoma-based Bob Moore Subaru is in collaboration with Alliant Payments, which is now accepting Litecoin as payment, which is huge. Basically, we've also made a video on that. If you're new to the channel, you can basically click on the the first advertising video, which is about the Lamborghini dealership that we went to, and you can see how Alliant Payments work with that. So that's also pretty interesting. Moving on, so crypto-friendly Wyoming becomes the first U.S. state to give Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, EOS, and altcoin users complete property rights. So what exactly is that? And then I'll jump into the the virtual currency payment by the IRS, because I know a lot of people are asking me about that. I will definitely post the link in the description, probably in the middle somewhere. But Wyoming Senate passed the SF 125 on Thursday, which is yesterday. The digital assets bill will now become law, granting cryptocurrency holders property rights for direct ownership of digital assets. Wyoming is the first state in the U.S. to pass a clear regulatory framework for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, etc., setting the stage for cryptocurrency investors, entrepreneurs, and crypto-related businesses to flourish in the state. So the bill allows people to hold crypto without the need for an intermediary to own digital assets, and clears the way for banks to offer custodial services for cryptocurrencies. So really quick, according to the Act, digital assets are considered intangible personal property. So an act relating to property, classifying digital assets within existing laws, specifying that digital assets are property within the Uniform Commercial Code, authorizing security interests in digital assets, establishing an opt-in framework for banks to provide custodial services for digital asset property as directed custodians, specifying standards and procedures for custodial services under this act, clarifying the jurisdiction of Wyoming courts relating to digital assets, specifying applicability, authorizing the promulgation of rules, and providing for an effective date. Somehow I actually know what that mouthful sounds like and what it translates to, because I'm actually taking a law class in college, so I actually have heard of some of these terms, but it is kind of a lot of mumbo jumbo, and probably somewhere in this article will it be plain English, a little bit harder to find, but I did summarize pretty much what that meant. It pretty much means that other forms of intangible personal property of partnership interests, life insurance, contract security, investments, and royalty agreements, expected to pass July 1st, the bill. So now, Moving on to, I know I've had a lot of questions about this since tax season is coming up. So how exactly are you paying this? This is the IRS website, irs.gov. I'll post this link in the description if you guys want access to it. So the Internal Revenue Service has issued guidance on the tax treatment of transactions use of virtual currencies, such as Bitcoin and other similar currencies. A sale or other exchange of virtual currencies, or the use of virtual currencies to pay for goods or services, or holding virtual currencies as an investment, generally has tax consequences that could result in a tax liability. This guidance applies to the individuals of businesses that use virtual currencies. So if you actually are a business owner and use Alliant Payments, they actually hold on to the currency and give you cash, US fiat currency, wherever you are. So you don't have to really worry about this. But there's a link here. You click the link. It brings it up to this website, which is a PDF file of what exactly the laws are. Now, no, I'm not going to go into this. This is a bunch of mumbo jumbo that I personally don't want to, worry about on camera. You guys can obviously check this out. It's a bunch of paperwork, bunch of papers discussing this. Obviously, if you wanted to look at that, check it out in the description. Now, moving on to what everybody is probably signing in to check out. If you guys do want access to these charts, there is a link in the description. First link to my Patreon account. I have a bunch of people already signing up for that. So take advantage of that. You get access to all of my charts, whichever ones that you want that I, graph with. It's a good way to support me and the channel, as well as getting access to my personal cell phone number if you did want to reach out and discuss cryptocurrencies, finance, whatever it is that you'd want to. Moving on though, Litecoin 4 hour. So I was looking at this this morning in my class. Sorry, I should be paying attention, but Litecoin on its 4 hour. So I was paying a lot of close attention to its daily, which we'll look at in a second. But this looks quite interesting. I just want to side shift. You can see previously when we see sideways movement, it's an indicator of some sort of bull run. Boom, or big run, big move. Sideways consolidation, boom. We shot up with the suppression of this resistance level as well as the support of the high-low MMA. You can see that's the same thing happening right now. Not only is there resistance like we've discussed of this uptrend, but we are coming into contact with that high-low MMA. So basically what cryptos like to do, what I've noticed, is when we stray far away from the high-low MMA, it likes to consolidate out and kind of wait for it to catch up, which is kind of what it's doing. If it doesn't meet and move right back down to it, it waits to catch up with it. So like I said in yesterday's video, I did actually buy back in. I bought in right at $39. That is where I bought back in. We're actually currently up. We were up actually much higher today, up at like 43 something. But it is consolidating now back to like 41, still up a little bit. So I'm making a slight amount of money, but we are anticipating this to move higher. Now, I am anticipating a move down to 37, the lowest, which is pretty much, this red band right here on the 4 hour. So I will start to dollar cost average on the way down. But, if we don't come down, we will most likely start to move up as soon as this high-low MMA catches up, and it kind of pushes the coin higher up. So I'll kind of draw this out for you guys. It will kind of slowly lift the coin to $50, and then we can make some good money. Moving on though to Bitcoin. Also this is a huge time to get involved into cryptocurrency, guys. Yes, I know that massive breakout is over with, that $20,000 move that we saw in 2017. That was just the beginning. That was the spark, that is going to lead to a massive future bonfire for cryptocurrency. All of this kindling, all of this news is adding on to that future bonfire. And when it does light, when it does take off, you'll want to make sure to invest in it, and you'll want to make sure to be subscribed to this channel because you won't want to miss out on any of this advice. So obviously, short and sweet, Bitcoin sideways trading. We're going to meet this downtrend here. We're very close now. High-low MMA swooping in, downtrend swooping in, support right here, beautiful support breakout up, resistance at the top here. We're going to see sideways consolidation. That's what I'm looking for. So VAM, we're going to move this way until the downtrend meets, and then we're going to see a pretty big move. Moving on to Ethereum. Similar with Ethereum. Ethereum's actually sideways trading actually has it's kind of top heavy right now with this downtrend slowly creeping up on it, pushing downwards pressure. That's going to be interesting. If we do hold this line of support, we should be able to break through this high-low MMA and start trading above it. But if we don't, we're probably going to fall bearish and fall back to $80, which not really a good thing, but it could happen. As for Ethereum Classic, what you guys wanted me to talk about, I'm looking at ETC to Kraken. It is the US dollar version. You know, these probably correlate on most of the graphs, but I did want to show you. Let me just pull this up on the weekly because it kind of looks better, I think, on the weekly. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit. Here we go. So I noticed that there was a small downtrend, or a pretty big downtrend forming. You can see right here, it looks a lot cleaner on the weekly. You can see right here, we started back December 4th of 2017, and we have slowly come down. Yes, there were hiccups, but for the most part, consolidation is slowing, and you can see it's pretty strong right here. Found a support right here, and we're currently kind of right stuck in the middle of it. So this is going to be pretty big in my opinion. Not only, you know, on the weekly are we literally flatlined in terms of the RSI, which is right on that oversold line. You know, we're coming very close to this downtrend, which is going to be an indication that there is going to be a pretty big move fairly soon. And I know I just want to say we have seen charts just trade sideways out of that, but the fact that not only do we have, you know, downtrend right here, found a support, high-low MMA coming in. It's a very tight bundle right here. There's going to be a pretty big buildup of volume, and we could see a pop. So definitely a good point of view. I did like to look at that. Good job for referring this. But we're going to keep an eye on this too. Otherwise, if that's going to wrap up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.